Hello. In this video, I want to go over my A-level project for my computer science A-level. So that this video isn't too long, I've already registered some users and made some connections with them so that the system works. The So this system is for the scouts. It's a scout management system. In the system, there are four stakeholders. There are leaders, young leaders, scouts, and parents. A parent can have many scouts, etc. So I've already done all of that. So we'll log in as a leader. You can also, I remember adding a keybind here, so you could just hit enter. Oh, so I've typed my password in wrong. Right, there we go. You can log in with just the enter button. Anyway, so now we're here in the home page for the leader. All of the stakeholders have a different home page. So I've set about I've already defined a couple of different entities. You can see though how the system is structured, where we have badges, patrols, finances, events, separate ideas split off into separate sections of the program. Anyway, so first thing I'll do is I'll show you the badges. So I've made three badges here. And you can add, edit, delete them. This sort of format where you have the tree view widget, add, edit, delete is quite a nice one. I think, at least. Perhaps not in again, it depends on how you want your system to look, but I think that this adds the most functionality and is quite easy for the user to understand, where they can just click add and then they'll be able to fill in these fields. If they want to edit it, they can simply select the badge they want to edit, and then all the data pops up. If you don't know how to do that, there is a video on the channel on how to do this sort of dynamic fetch of the data there, and then they can also delete the badge that they want. So yeah, you'll see that sort of format. I think events is quite similar, where you just have a tree view and then you can add and delete events. But yeah, that's how I sort of structured my program. Scout badge stock. You can create a report, and you can you can also make an order. We'll save that to the end though. We'll save finances to the end, but you can do that from there. You can also assign assign badges to scouts, because one scout can have many badges, but a scout can't have the same badge twice. So in order to combat this, I had to do a lot of logic coding. Now this is my the most sort of technical code, the hardest code that I've written for this project and essentially what it is it's three tree views working in tandem with each other to ensure that a scout can't be assigned the same badge twice. So let's say, for example, the ski badge. So these are scouts. There's four scouts, two in each patrol. There's nobody who's unassigned. So let's say that Jimmy gets his ski badge. So we press enter, and it says the stock number has decreased. And if there wasn't enough stock, there would be an error there. But yeah, so he's now gone out of the loop there, out of this tree view. And then if we say if we mess up the order of things and then go back in, and then go back to the ski badge and the badgers, you can see that the system has remembered that Jimmy had the ski badge, so the user can't physically assign another badge to the user. That was the hardest thing to code in Python for this, in my opinion, from memory, that is. There's also the badge report. So this is specific to each scout. So there's four scouts. You should select a select a scout, and then you would make a report on them there. Again, we'll do reports at the end, but that's badges. Now, events, we have the same sort of setup, as you can see, add, edit, delete, important with the same sort of stuff, you know. So I'm going to add an event now. We're going to call it, let's just call it meeting. And we'll just keep it today's date and time. You can see that that's been dynamically obtained from the system's clock. It's gonna, let's just say for argument, it's gonna cost £5, and there's gonna be a limit of 4 people, and the location is Belfast. And we click add event. We can see a pop-up saying, would you like to notify all the parents via email that this is a new event? So we'll say yes. That's going to take a little while, and then the program hangs a little bit, because what happens is we query the database for all the emails, and then we iterate through each email and then send an appropriate email. Sorry, I've been talking too fast. We go to the database, we obtain the email addresses of the parents, and then we send an email. We iterate through those email addresses, and we send an email to each. Now, I hope that this still works. Let me see. Inbox. I did put my email address in here. There we go. Now, we might get 2 of these. We get 2 of these. The reason why is because I have made 2 parents in this system. So, you can see my email appears twice, so if it's twice in the list, I'm going to get 2 emails, but obviously that wouldn't happen in real life. But anyway, for this, and you can see that it says the event meeting has been added to the Scout calendar, log in to view more details. So the parent is notified, because I made the decision that the Scouts can't assign themselves to their own events, because it was sort of like a security risk sort of thing, so that's why the parents do it. Also, just a cosmetic thing, you can notice that I've got an actual icon for my application. It's not actually that hard to do, but yeah, it's pretty nice, pretty nice thing. Anyway, I digress. So that event's been added. Okay. I suppose we should check out patrols. So, a patrol is a group of scouts, essentially. So, and a patrol normally has 6 people. For this test, it normally has 6 people. It needs at least 2. So I have 2 people in each patrol. So anyway, this is the tree view, and you can see that the image of the patrol changes, because the patrol name is named after an animal. So Cobra has the Cobra badge, and Badger has that badge, and we put the score, and you can add a new patrol, delete new patrol. You can also move scouts between patrols, and you can also promote them to patrol leader, assistant patrol leader. You can change the patrol scores as well by just setting it. Again, all of these sort of things were requirements that I came up with. Anyway, and then we can also look at the patrol, so we can query the database, right, who's in Badger patrol, there you go, and their position. So if they were just a normal member, they would just be a member there. Anyway, so that's patrols. I've done events, done badges. The registering is just a form. You don't need to worry about that. We'll log in as a parent. Okay, so we're Niall. Okay, we've logged in. You can see the Scout calendar. So we're a parent now, so you can see that we've got less stuff to do, but we can still see. Below are your events coming up. Yes, so here's the events, and then the events that your Scout is going to. Oh, no, actually, I've misremembered things. Sorry, a bit. Sorry. So what actually happens is a Scout signs in, right? So they sign in. Oh, sorry. So I need to find their username and password. A Scout actually signs in. Yeah, Scout 1. Okay. So a Scout actually signs in. and then you can see the badge of the week, which isn't there because it's not been assigned yet. Probably should have done that, but anyway. Scout calendar, yeah. So this is where the events are. So if I say, oh, the scout says, oh, I want to go to this meeting, so I'll say yes. So you sure want to sign up for this event? Yes. So we click yes, and then the system hangs for a bit. And then the reason why it hangs is I believe that we get another email, and the email says, okay, it says, hello, your scout Jimmy Price has expressed his interest in this event. And then the event name is meeting, the date, the end date, the time, the cost is £5. Location Belfast. If you wish your scout to not attend, then please log into the system. Okay, so yeah, so now the responsibility of ensuring that the scout is going to the appropriate events is on the parent. You can also see the Inter-Patrol competition in this nice little layout here. Right now, Cobra's winning. Come on, Badgers, etc. Yeah, let me log in as leader quickly. Log in as leader. Badges. Yeah, so let's make this badge of the week. So it's badge of the week. Sorry, I forgot to do that. Anyway, let's log. Oh, sorry. We'll go back. And we'll sign in as a parent. Okay. We'll log in and Scout Calendar. So you can see that now it's updated so that Jimmy Price is going to the event meeting, and they can see what meeting entails, and they also got an email about it. So let's say that, oh, he can't go to that. Well, that's fine. We can remove him from the event, and then he's away. He's away. So that's how the parent gives consent to what events the scout signs up for. Badge of the week, the user can, the parents and scouts can see, and the reason why I have badge of the week is to sort of try and encourage scouting outside of just the normal meetings, so the parent and the scout can work together, so like cooking a meal or something like that. You'll notice that the numeric value of difficulty, it stores a numeric value, but then it's translated into a string, because the parent or scout won't know what difficulty 1 means or whatever, do you know what I mean? Scout data, this is the event that we store about the scouts, and the reason why I have this is because we're trying to uphold an illusion of GPDR, you know, the Data Protection Act sort of thing, where we're storing data, you have a right we're storing data about your children. You have a right to have access to that data, and if it is wrong, then you can call in and we'll update it, or delete it if it's not appropriate. So you can see if the medical information is wrong, then the user can the parent can't update it himself, but the leaders can. So anyway, so that's that's just personal data stuff. That's what a parent can see. Will not bother with young leaders. Essentially, young leaders are weaker, have less privileges than leaders, but they have the same sort of thing going on. Yes, so actually I'm going to go and log in as a scout again, and log in. Okay, that's not the right password. Right. Log in, and I'm going to sign up for the barbecue, right? Okay, I'm going to log off. I'm going to sign in as another scout and log in. Yes, scout. And then I'll sign in the barbecue again. Yeah, and we're going to get emails about this because, because I've already explained that. And then leader. So let's say that it's the day of the barbecue and we need to take attendance. So, right, thank you. So we go to attendance and we say, okay, who's in the barbecue? Okay, so this is our attendance. We're going to take attendance here. So what is all of these colors in my tree view? Well, the reason why there's colors in the tree view is it's done by patrol attendance typically. So would be filtered by patrol. So the color is color coded. So Cobra is blue, Badger is beige, I guess that is. So let's say, okay, so is Jimmy present? Yes, he is. Okay, present is Y, meaning yes. And then let's say Gary is no, and he's no. And you can just click on the names and it will update. So yes, no. So that's attendance there. Okay, that's why I had to sign up for those events. Okay, let's look at finance. Yes, so this is the amount of money the group has. We can make a deposit. Let's say account name Harry Wilson. He has deposited £100 and he says it's a donation. Okay, he's donating to the group, so we'll submit that. Deposit complete. The number goes up by 100. If we say we'll withdraw something, let's say account name let's say George Banks. And let's say that, I don't know. He's withdrawing 50 quid. The reason buying equipment. Okay, so withdrawal complete, and the number goes down. Okay, so the total number there goes down. View the finance log. So this is a report. So we've made a report here. It says finance log. So the log begins. So this, I had this previously. So this must be some previous stuff that I had added. Again, I've only launched this today. So anyway, so we began with a deposit of £5,000 from Miss Potter's. And we've made a withdrawal of 238 for the order of the chef badge. We'll do orders later, but you can see that is taken into account. We've deposited 100 quid by Harry Wilson, and then we've withdrawn £50 from George Bank for buying equipment. You can see that that's logging the file, and if you do the maths, it works out, because you start with 5,000, subtract 238, add 100, minus 50, so it does work. So yeah, let's do some badge. Well, actually, this tab here is just a shortcut for all of your reports, but let's go over the badges, and let's make a report for the badges. Oh right, okay, well, sorry, yes, scout stock, yes. So right now the cooking badge is understocked and the ski badge is understocked. In fact, everything's understocked. So because we want to get to the desired stock level. So anyway, we'll create a badge stock report created. And so here's our badge stock report, and you can see we've made a table, and the table says cooking badge, which costs individual badge costs 50p. We've got 8 of them. We need 20. We want to have 20. So 20 minus 8 is 12. 12 times 0.5 is 6. So it's £6. And then it does the same stuff for each of the badges, and then the total is £41.75. Now we've not actually bought any of the badges yet, so we need to create a badge order for that. And if you remember, I couldn't do that initially because I hadn't made the badge report. But anyway, so it's a safeguard. But anyway, we can say, okay, we want to order specific badges. So we only want to order the cooking badge in. We only want to order the camping badge. We only want to order the ski badge. Or we can just order all. So I'm going to just click order all, order complete. And then all the badges are away because now their badges have met the desired stock level. So we're not simulating like waiting for a delivery because that's just not feasible. But so we're imagining that we've now got the badges. So now we've got our badges back up, and if we go to our finances, you can see that it's updated. And if we view the finance log, you can see that we've made a withdrawal of £41.75 made by the system for total restock of badges. There you go. So that's how that all works together. Okay, so let's finally have a look at the queries. Because again, you don't need to look at the young leaders. The young leaders, they can take attendance, they can't register new scouts, they can't really look at badges, they can look at patrols, they can't look at finances, and they can look at events. So I've literally just removed buttons from the interface, so you don't really need to worry about the young leaders. But anyway, we'll look at the queries thing. So create the scout census. Now this normally closes. There was a bug in this which makes the system close, I think. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't know why that happens, but anyway, let me run it again. Sorry about that, but I mean, I tried to fix it, but apparently nobody knew the answer. So anyway, that's fine. So let's have a look at our scout census. We have number of users. So this is like statistics. So like we have 7 users, we have 4 scouts, 2 parents, no young leaders, and 1 leader. This is the ethnicity breakdown. This is the gender breakdown, and this is the number of scouts by age. So there's 1 11-year-old, 1 14-year-old, and 2 12-year-olds. Now, the reason why I didn't pick these stats out of thin air, the scouts have an annual scout census, and this is the sort of things that they would look into, like the ethnicity and the how many scouts do you have. So that's why I have that. Let me go back to the thing. Okay, attendance report. So there's 2 different types. So you can view a single scout's attendance. So if they keep being late to meetings, you could say, oh, let me look at your attendance report. And then, yeah, or you can do an event report. So if we make a single scout report, we say Jimmy Price and create it. How would we want to open it? I don't know. Word, I guess. You can see that Jimmy Price has an attendance, and he's been present for all of it, and that there's an event breakdown. Cool. Yeah, and then attendance report for all events. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, since we only had 1 event and only 1 person went, there we go. So yeah, again, this would be better if we had more events. Yeah, again, just different graphs, different axes, I guess would be the word. But yeah. Oh, and then I haven't put a back button there. Well, okay. Importance of navigation. Anyway, let me run it once more. Okay. You can see how old this is because the the writing style is depreciated. But anyway, let me see leaders. Okay, leader. Okay, last couple now. So create badge. We already did the stock reports. Create own badge report. So Jimmy Price. So let's submit. We want to open this in Word, so let's open it in Word. Yeah, so the scout owns these badges. I mean, it seems a bit pointless to have a specific document for just one person's own badges, but again, it's reports, you know, and they can do a overall badge report as well. Let's see, and then the finance log we've already seen. You just click it, and then you can see all the finance log stuff there, which is great. But yeah, that's sort of a brief overview, very brief overview of the system that I made for my A-level project. It was the highest band program. Not to toot my own horn, but yes. Anyway, yeah, you can see the amount of different things that are going on there: badges, events, finances, GDPR, You've even got a forgot password feature, but I'm not getting into that. But yeah, it's yeah, that's essentially it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.